citizens and the residents of many first world countries are actually on the edge. There have been lots of protests in the last few days, lots of complaints, riots, and it's as if everyone is just blaming the immigrants for everything that is going wrong in their country. So do you actually believe that the immigrants are the ones who are taking up all the jobs from the residents and the citizens of these first world countries? Anyway, first off, my name is Ikechukwu Carlo, and I came into Australia as a PhD student early last year. I'm a man of the world, right? I have interacted and related with people from so many different backgrounds, cultures, and interests. And I can comfortably tell you that over half of the citizens I have interacted with about this issue of migration, they just complain that the migration rate is just too high. And of course, most of you must have seen the videos making the rounds on social media about people in the UK protesting that immigrants are taking up all their jobs and the migration rate into their country is just too high and it's posing significant threat to their norms and cultures. One thing I've come to observe is that the citizens of these host countries, they often blame the immigrants for challenges including housing crisis, increased demand for resources such as water and energy, urban heat, congestion, pollution and waste. So for this reason, many citizens are not only annoyed by this influx of migrants into their countries, but often seem agitated by the sight of migrants within their countries. Now, let us give a critical analysis to this particular issue. Many citizens fear that immigrants take jobs away from the locals. However, studies have shown that the immigrants often fill roles that are in high demand but less desirable to locals. So, having stayed in Australia for a while, I can confidently say that the jobs such as Uber driving, aged and disability carers, construction workers, gardeners, and so on, they are mostly done by the immigrants. Rarely do you find the locals doing these kinds of jobs, right? So the truth is that these jobs are not high-paying jobs, but they are very, very essential to the optimal running of any society, especially for places like Australia where there is a very high percentage of old persons. So for instance, if Australia decides to send back all the immigrants that came to the country in the last 10 years, for example, I'm sure that there will be a significant collapse in many of these sectors I just mentioned earlier. So aside from taking care of the aging population in most of the host countries, most people migrating to a new country are mostly young people below 30 years of age, right? So this means that they spend their entire working lives in the host countries. So they give them a significant part of their life, right? So this is a long-lasting debate. I've just made a few points. I know that some people are going to disagree with what I've said, but feel free to let me know your mind. I'm also going to be maybe providing a rebuttal to any of your comments that I feel demands that. So I just want to have a clear understanding on why it has become so difficult for us to coexist, for us to live together and operate together without any group feeling that, okay, this particular group is taking away all the jobs. I'm open to that particular conversation. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode.